Hello everyone, welcome back to another anime review. We are reviewing Hina's Logic. So we've got some main characters, but let's start off with the main plot. Our main plot is the fact that these girls, these high school girls, can do they can transform into beings by using these cards. They're not Yu-Gi-Oh cards per se, but they are cards. Our main protagonist can transform into three human beings. The third one just comes up at the very end of the anime. However, when it comes to the fighting mechanics, they just do mock battles. Okay, that's all they do. So our main protagonist can in the first half, she transforms into this girl who can summon thorns and stuff, and she can also use thorns to like bring up from the earth and like it's like a thorn thing. It's like a rose petal with thorns. She can boost up thorns. The second thing is she can also manipulate nature, which I think is pretty fucking dope, but whatever. That's beside the point. The second form that she can do, which is pretty much focused on the second half of the anime, which I'll explain to that when we get to that, is the fact that she it's like a little rat type of thing, and it's really they just throw it in there for no reason, and I don't understand why. The third thing that she can transform is the helpful of her little sidekick, which is a blue fox that looks fucking adorable. I mean, I could probably hug the thing to death. It's from another world. When they transform into these girls, they transform with another person from another world who has the powers that give them the powers so that you can do it in their world. That's the main thing about that. Now then, the second main character, she is part of she was part of the military. Her mom wants her to focus on her school life so she can make friends and stuff, and that's why she decides to throw her into school, even though she's a killing machine, because all she wants to do is kill people. But then again, she likes to help out her friends, and she loves her friends more than ever. So that her story is trying to make friends in high school while her mom tries to make her do it. At first, she wasn't not trying to do it at first, but in the second half, she decides to stay at the school because they wanted her to transfer out, but she decides to not because of reasons, because she wants to protect her friends and she want to get to know them better. So that's the main reason why. Now then, when it comes to our third main character, the third main character and the fourth main character switch. How do I say that? The first main character is a girl with orange hair. She's probably my favorite character of the whole bunch, but the problem is though is the fact that she has an insignificant role in the second half of the anime, and that's my main problem with it. At first, they consider her as a rival of the two main characters, which I just pronounced. But the thing is the fact that when she gets to the second half, she doesn't have a really much of a role. And that's my main problem with her. Even though I like her personality and she's really good at strategizing, because they established that she has a capability of being the commander because she has all these thinking skills and stuff like that. However, she doesn't have a really much of a role in the second half, and that's what my main problem with her is. Same goes for our fourth main character, because our fourth main character, even though she is comic relief in the first half, she is more serious in the second half. The second half, she has to make a play because she's the director of the play because it's the school festival. But in the first half, she's more of a comic relief type character until a certain point, and then they decide to flesh her out at the second half of the anime. That's the main problem I have with her, is the fact that she's more comic relief. She makes these weird gadgets and inventions that blow up in everyone's faces. It's a running gag at some point, but it's funny for like a few minutes, but then it's just like it gets old pretty old. They do stop in the second half so they can focus on her making the play, which is I think it's good. And then they brought it back at the very last three episodes, which is really good. To be honest with you, that is a really good thing because it didn't drive it down your fucking throat like some animes I've watched. So that's the other main character. Now when it comes to the last, I think four main characters, we have our high school. we have our senior, which has blue hair and she likes to clean a lot. She has only two episodes that focus on her, and that is the one where she's figuring out what to do after graduation, which is really good. And also the third, and also the second, I think it's like the beginning, the first half of the anime where they celebrate her birthday. Those are the only two focal points of the anime of her, so that's why I consider her as a main character. As for the other characters, the other two characters, the problem with them, and this is the main reason why they're part of the main cast, but they don't really do anything. They do make conversation a lot better, but they're not really doing anything. They're pretty much the girl with the orange hair's lackeys or goons because their families help each other out, and that's the main reason why. By the way, the girl with the orange hair, is her family's rich, so yeah. So our main character, which is the girl with the blonde hair, she has a father and a mother. The father is egocentric maniac who, when he gets introduced, the fucking military shoots a missile at the school while he's riding on it like a psycho. The problem is though is that he is so protective of the main character, which is her daughter, and he wants her to be protected at all times. When he gets involved, it's pretty fucking funny. So yeah, he is really fucking awesome. When he enters in, it's a lot more funnier to some degree because they don't really show him up all the time, and that's why. Okay, so that's the main point. Now, the main problem I have with this anime is a really big one, and that is our main character. Our main character has an issue with powers, so to speak. She has a lot of power. She's the strongest of the people, but when her emotions get wild, her power overconsumes her, and then she's unconsciously using it for no reason whatsoever. That's the main problem I have with it. And the only reason why I have a problem with that plot McGovern is that even though if you do it well, you have to execute it pretty damn well good. This anime does not, because it first starts off, she uses a blank card, because you have to transform by using these cards like I said before. But the problem is though, she's using a blank card. When she transforms, she is wild, and they don't know why she transformed with a blank card in the first place. The problem is the fact that does not, when they do that plot McGovern, that does not get answered why she has that issue until like episode 5 or 6. That's the whole problem I have with the anime. It doesn't like completely like structure wise. It doesn't really do that much. That's the main problem I have with it. Like episode 3 or 4. Sure, you do in the next episode, like do that, but they don't really do that. And even if they did do that, it'll probably be at the very end of the anime. That's the whole problem I have with the anime. Is the fact that it's more along the lines of comedy and the school slice of life type anime instead of the action. There is action, but that's the main problem with it. It's not consistent enough with the plot things. And they like to do it completely differently from everything else. So that's the whole problem with that. So, in my honest opinion, I'm going to give this anime a 6 out of 10. It's still pretty good. I like some of the comic relief. I like the Valentine's Day episode, which is fucking hilarious because they make these chocolates that have Cupid arrows, so when they eat it, they fall in love with the first person, and it's pretty fucking funny on how they do it. I thought it was fucking funny. But what do you guys think? Should you ever watch it? There's 12 episodes, English dub and sub. So if you want to watch a dub, that's perfectly fine by you guys. But the next anime that we're going to be reviewing is Fruit Basket, which I'm watching it just because I can shut my sister up because she keeps begging me to watch it. I'm like, ugh. But I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care. And what are you guys' thoughts on this anime? Would you like to watch it? Or would you like to, do this, that, and the other thing? It's up to you guys. What do you guys think about the anime? I'm not too sure about it. My problem with the anime is the fact that it's not consistent. The main plot of it is on the back burner in the first half. And then the second half, it gets a little more clarity because of the play. Because the play evolves around the main character, so to speak. But then again, when they do the exams, then it all goes to shit. But I'm not going to spoil all that much because I'm just going to spoil some of the episodes. I'm not that type of person to spoil every episode. Guys should watch it. That's why I do these reviews in the first place. I want you guys to watch it. I don't want to spoil everything that you guys want me to spoil, because then what's the point of you guys watching it if I'm just talking? But I want you guys to watch the anime. Even though this anime is subpar to my opinion, it might be different from you guys. But I like to say this before I end this anime review. If I finish an anime, that means that I recommend you watch it no matter how bad or how good I rate it. Okay, so that's my opinion. Because they put the effort to make the anime as a whole, so that's why I recommend it. Even 91 Days and Flags, even though I hate those two animes, want you guys to watch it just because you might have a different perspective of it. So I hope you guys have a nice positive day and take care. Okay, later guys! Woohoo!